We need to talk about the pain cycle as it relates to regular sex and or vaginismus.
Really?
I received this anonymous inquiry, and it sounds like this person might be experiencing what is called secondary vaginismus. Which is why we need to talk about this cycle, because when you experience painful sex and you have a lot of emotions surrounding that experience, it can lock you into a cycle. So last time you had sex, you had pain. So now you've got this internal alarm. Then you're going to go to bracing and protecting, which means your body's going to try and close up and prevent the pain from happening. You've got the reinforcement part, which then gives you the pain because, your body's closing up, trying to protect itself. You've got the retention of the pain, and then you've got avoidance, which starts the cycle all over again. And so every time your husband expresses frustration that you are not having sex with him as often as he would like, instead of offering you compassion and trying to figure out what is going on with the pain, he is reinforcing that it is not safe to be physically vulnerable and physically intimate with him, which reinforces the whole pain cycle. And so at this point, I honestly suggest that you need to take penetrative sex off the table. All sex off the table. You need to get in with a pelvic floor therapist to figure out if you are experiencing secondary vaginismus, if there are structural issues happening. That is another explanation for the pain that you are having. But the biggest thing is you cannot continue to have painful sex because you're never going to break out of the cycle if every time you do not enjoy it and you have pain, you can't break out of that cycle. You cannot continue to have painful sex. And while I understand that it is frustrating for your husband to not be able to have sex as often as he would like it, I'm not trying to discount his frustration at all. The fact that he is not reacting with compassion and understanding is a red flag. And so I'm going to suggest that you meet with someone like a sex coach like myself or a therapist to talk about how he needs to be responding in order to support you, because until you feel fully supported and safe with him, you are not going to be able to have non-painful sex. He can be frustrated, but he doesn't get to say, "You don't love me," just because sex hurts. I'm sorry that you are experiencing this. You have options. It can get better. It's going to take some work. Good luck, friend.